Alvin Bragg seems pretty desperate to get Trump arrested and indicted by this grand jury. So what happened while I was on vacation was Trump sent in a witness who was not good for Alvin Bragg, Costello. And Costello got in there and said, Michael Cohen is a disgusting liar. Michael Cohen did not pay off Stormy Daniels on behalf of President Trump. He did it to stop him from losing an election. He did it on his own. And Michael Cohen's now lying about Trump. And this testimonial was backed up by documents in which it emerged that Michael Cohen himself said that he paid this money on his own and that it wasn't from Donald Trump. By the way, this is what Michael Cohen's lawyer told me on the air at NBC in 2018 as well. I have this statement on the air from Michael Cohen's lawyer saying the boss did not pay for it. Now, I didn't believe it, but he said it. And he said it to federal authorities back then. And so the question now is whether Alvin Bragg has lost his case before he's even brought it, that this grand jury doesn't want to be in the position of giving him the green light on a BS case that's going to fall apart. And these other prosecutors on the documents case, classified documents, and down in Georgia on whether Trump, pressured people to change the votes, are kind of sitting in the wings saying, if anybody's got a decent case, it's us. You certainly shouldn't go first, and you shouldn't, ruin the public appetite on criminally prosecuting Trump by bringing the BS about Michael Cohen, Stormy Daniels, and a payment that may or may not have come from Trump, 7 years ago. Amala, what do you think?
Yeah, in reading into this, can correct me if I'm wrong, it's not even necessarily the payment that's the problem here. It's the business filings regarding the payment.
Yeah,
and that amounts to what? A misdemeanor? A misdemeanor? So this is what we're going to go after, is a witch hunt against a former president for a misdemeanor charge that he may or may not have been involved in. I stand by the fact that they're going to go after Trump with whatever they can. They're going to investigate him in whatever way they can. They tried to go after him with the classified documents, and I think they're still up to that exact same witch hunt today. So if they can find something on this Stormy Daniels case, they will try, although I don't think the odds are in their favor on this one. And it is, like you said, it's just BS.
So you're exactly right. The underlying alleged crime is the payoff to Stormy Daniels, which, by the way, it's totally illegal to pay somebody off not to tell about your affair. Okay, right. It is. What's not legal is to pay them off in order to influence an election and to exceed election campaign contribution limits and so on. So Bragg is trying to say that's the underlying crime. Because if you lie on your books, if you say, payment to Michael Cohen for legal services, when really you're reimbursing him for a hush money payment, that's a misdemeanor in New York. But if you do it, and what you're covering up is a crime, the thing you're worried about emerging is a crime in the first instance, then you've elevated your bad bookkeeping to a felony. And that's what Alvin Bragg appears to be trying to do, to elevate. We don't know whether he's going to charge election fraud or election campaign contributions that were unlawful. Question about whether you could do that at the state level anyway. It's more of a federal crime. We don't know whether he's going to charge that, but he's definitely looking at those books saying, and he loves, by the way, Evita, he loves bookkeeping crimes. Alvin Bragg, this is the one, he doesn't want to go after felons. He doesn't want to go after people who rob you at gunpoint. Doesn't want to go over turnstile jumpers. But he definitely wants to get you if you committed any sort of a financial crime, right? White collar crime, loves it. So it would be right up his alley to get, the ultimate white collar, Trump.
And I honestly don't think it really matters to Alvin Bragg whether he has a real crime here or not. I mean, the evidence from what you talked about, what Michael Cohen has said in the past, what the witness that Trump brought forward has said. I mean, the case is sort of falling apart. What I think this is all about is an image, right? We want to get an image of arresting Donald Trump. The GOP candidate is someone who was put behind bars, who had, been his home raided by the FBI, earlier this summer. They like these images of Donald Trump looking like a criminal because they think it'll undermine his election. And what I think is interesting is I don't think it will. I think people are going to see if the Democrats do this in New York, if Alvin Bragg does this, if he actually gets indicted and arrested, I think that people are going to be angry and they're going to say, you know what? This is a revenge vote. I'm going to vote for Trump because this is so unjust. This is an American, and it's going to completely backfire on them.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with that 100%, but how, if at all, has Trump shot himself in the foot by the weird posts over the weekend, right? Retweeted or posted him with a baseball bat next to Alvin Bragg. Of course, MSNBC is trying to tell us that this is racist because Alvin Bragg is black. And they're trying to say it's racist because I guess it's just racist to threaten a DA if he happens to be black. Maybe you just hate him because he's a DA. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with his skin color. But in any event, not a good post. And it is unlawful to threaten a prosecutor for very good reason. But does that really change anybody's opinion? People who were mad they were doing this to Trump. And Trump had to take that down. He didn't take it down because of backlash. He took it down because somebody told him, dude, that's a crime. He could actually come at that one. He actually could come after you for. So Amala, what do you make of Trump, I don't know if I want to say overreacting, but certainly badly reacting over the weekend?
Yeah. I don't think his hardcore fans are ever going to change their mind about Trump. They think that Trump is, in fact, he needs this presidential election and that he is owed this presidential election. So I don't think a post like that is going to sway them. However, I think it will sway the people who are sitting on the fence between maybe a Trump or a DeSantis and looking for somebody who's going to actually act tactfully, act like a president. And although President Trump got some great things done during his administration, his mouth has always been what has put him in the most trouble. What he's posting on social media, 2 a.m. on Twitter, things like this post holding a baseball bat to Alvin Bragg, grab her by the, and I think people are going to look and say, although I may agree policy-wise with what he's doing or what his administration could accomplish, his mouth at every turn seems to shoot him in the foot.
Okay. For the first time ever, our friends at Genucel are introducing and offering an amazing deal. It includes both the Ultra Retinol and the Dark Spot Corrector in their most popular package at Genucel.com/MK60. Right now, save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package, all their best stuff, just in time for the warm spring weather. Featuring Genucel's Ultra Retinol that contains a powerful retinol alternative, safe on your skin in the summer sun, and Genucel's Dark Spot Corrector to reduce the appearance of dark spots and sunspots from long summer days outside. Plus, you will still receive Genucel's world-class under-eye bags treatment for those annoying, wait for it, under-eye bags, and for puffiness too. And with its immediate effects product, you'll see results in as little as 12 hours guaranteed or your money back. Don't wait. Go to Genucel.com/MK60 to save over 70% off their most popular package. Plus, every order includes a luxury gift box with 2 free springtime essentials. Plus, free concierge shipping for a limited time. Genucel.com/MK60. That's GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.